Happy Saturday, guys. Thanks for joining us for another edition of FilmSpeak Live Weekly. This is our weekly live Q&A show where we take your live questions, we hang out, we chat movies, we shoot the shit, we do literally whatever. This is a very free-flowing, casual conversation style show on the FilmSpeak channel. But hey, listen, if this is our first time meeting, I am Griffin. I'm an LA-based entertainment journalist and film critic. And here at FilmSpeak, we like to say the conversation continues after the credits. And so if you want to be a part of that conversation, consider subscribing to the channel for more insight, analysis, and interviews behind your favorite movies. Now, we're not going to really be digging too deep into the weeds on this, live stream in terms of analysis and insight and stuff, but we're going to have fun, and that's really what we like to do on these streams. And as always, I'm joined by two special guests, but right off the top, I do want to say something. There was someone who was supposed to join us today, the special guest that I was teasing. Unfortunately, they had to pull out last minute just due to some personal issues that were going on, and I just figured it's better off that we just save it for next week when they can properly be on here and such. But listen, I don't do this alone. I am joined by two amazing guests this week. First and foremost, Mr. Tyler Tompkins. Tyler, say hello to everyone.
I'm finally back. I've missed these live streams, the Saturday live streams. Very, very fun. I got used to them during quarantine. I'm happy to be back. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you back. It's felt, Tony Movie Chappie, D9, Neil Blomkamp #1 fan. I actually remember the name because it's
of course. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course. And it's so unique. But he's been asking about you, man. So people. You've been missed on these streams.
I've missed everyone else.
Yeah, I know. It's just it feels right to have you here on this episode. And you know what else feels right? Mr. Zach Pope in the house joining us for this live stream. This is the OGs. These are the OG live streamers right here.
Hey, Zach, and like a year ago, we went to Florida.
That's true. This is the Toy Story 4 Disney World crew.
Straight up. Yeah. Straight up, man. Thanks for having me. I'm glad I didn't work today, so I was able to do this.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't either, because well, one, it makes you less vulnerable to all the shenanigans and the virus and everything going on out there.
Yeah. They finally allowed masks, though. Everyone has to wear a mask in Arizona. It's so nice.
I saw that. Because you guys had, some of the most lax rules on,
the whole thing. The whole thing.
I know. I was just like,
joke.
What?
Dude, they had stronger rules on the protesting and the curfew than the stay at home and wearing your mask and stuff. And it's just insane. And right now, so many customers don't come in with a mask, but we're told that they don't come in with they have to have a mask on. We can kick them out now. So it's kind of nice.
Good.
I think it's the next 30 days, which I guess they're just trying to see if it helps or not, which I mean, it will. It's going to help.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, there was instances where it was. I think I read a story where there were two hairdressers that they reopened their salon and stuff like that, and I can't remember if both of them or one of them had the virus. And because they were wearing a mask, they didn't spread it to any of their clients. Yeah. So if you want concrete evidence that masks do something, there you go. So go wear your mask in public. But speaking of masks, so I do want to quickly just touch on this. So AMC. So AMC earlier this week was like, oh yeah, we're gonna let people come back to the movies on, what was it, July 10th?
17th. I think 17th? The 17th, yeah, with Inception's re-release.
Right. So they're like, okay, we're gonna let everyone come back July 17th. Our crew members will wear masks, we'll sanitize, we'll do all this sort of thing. We've spoken with real scientists, and we're gonna do all this, but the guests are not required to wear a mask. And obviously, major red flag. It kind of just really was indicative of AMC caring more about profits and reopening than it was the welfare of their customers. So,
even their associates too. How is it? I mean, you wear a mask to protect them. Even though you're wearing a mask, that doesn't mean a customer can cough on you, and then that comes home with you. So it's crazy. I will also say this though, I don't know why AMC was just getting the flack, because every theater was also saying no masks.
Well, Cinemark has been getting flack.
Yeah,
for
and then
a while.
but I feel like AMC was hit way harder than Cinemark and Regal. But now, like, everyone's changing their tune after that. Like, everyone
well, I don't know
switched.
if I don't know if Cinemark is.
I thought they did, or am I wrong?
No, you might be right though. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, AMC obviously reversed their policy and they're now requiring masks. But it's like, if they're, I don't know. It's like, are they really going to enforce it? Like, they don't even enforce people not using their cell phones in the theater. How can you expect them to enforce?
I think, to be honest, it'll depend on the management for each of the theater. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's just in general how it's gonna be. Because obviously there will be people who have, medical reasonings that they can't wear a mask, which I get it. Like, but at the same time, there will be people who'll be like, oh, well, I have a medical thing, I can't wear my mask. Like, no, you just don't want to wear your mask.
No, I agree, because, like, even with the restaurant I work at, we still have to wear the mask.
You're in full hazmat gear.
Yeah.
Those pictures you said, that's nuts.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful. But, like, we obviously still have to wear that, but there were a lot of other protocols we had to go through, like carrying the food and everything. And it was really strict, like, the first week. But those rules are just, everyone's kind of, like, relaxing a little bit as the weeks go on. And I think the same thing's going to happen with masks. I think it's going to be, like, really strict for the first couple of weeks. And then as time goes on, like Zach was saying, there will be people who complain about it. It's like, whatever, just give us your money and you can come in. But that was interesting. It was like, I kind of liked how AMC was like, you don't have to, because it's a political thing. Like, it made no sense whatsoever.
Oh, that was so stupid. I was just like, well, we don't want to be politically, divisive here. It's like, dude, this isn't a matter of politics. This isn't a matter of beliefs. It's a matter of, well, it is a matter of beliefs in a different sense, but it's a matter of, like, public safety, and you are showing your desperation in your true colors. Yeah, and like, I'm not going to trust you, like, ever again.
And that's what I loved about it, just because of how insane it was. I was just like, I cannot believe like a huge, chain like AMC is doing this. I love it. I hope they continue to stand by what they said. But of course, they retracted their statements because it's ridiculous. Like, it's insane that they ever said that. But it was fun for, like, the first day. I was like, whoa, this is crazy.
Well, I think it's weird. It's like in California, it's like you literally have to wear a mask if you go anywhere out in public. Like, if the governor mandated it, and so I'm just like, okay, so how are you going to get around that loophole, AMC?
Yeah, you know what I was thinking, though? Especially when theaters start opening up and press screens start coming back, I have a feeling press screens, there won't be guests allowed. I think that's going to probably be the biggest thing.
Yeah, you and I were talking about that,
and it'll probably be like, so, like, I went to the movies to this independent kind of theater in Arizona to see Jurassic Park, and usually the theater can sit, I think, 60 to 70 people.
Yeah.
Dude, there was only 10 people allowed in there. And it was pretty much like wherever you bought your seat in the row, it could close off the whole row.
Yeah, so dude, man. LA has a theater open, like, right now. I don't know if you knew this, Griffin, but it's like a small independent theater. And I went online to look at, like, tickets. They're not playing anything good right now, but, like, it's so hard to buy tickets because, like,
you didn't want to see Trolls.
Dude, don't get me started on Trolls. But no, it's just like
the highest grossing movie of quarantine.
It is, but it's just like, I hope they do work out those kinks because, like, like Zach was saying, those people, they can close off the entire row.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going with a
and
group,
that's how it was. So I picked the middle ones, and it closed off the whole entire row. And then, like, in front of me, like, all the way in the front, I could see that, like, this couple chose all the way to the left. So it didn't close off the whole row. It just opened up all the way to the right. So I was like, fuck, I messed up everyone.
Damn, man. That's nuts. But, well, anyways, guys, if you're watching this, let us know in the chat, like, are you going to be going to theaters? I know some of you are chimed in. We'll get to those a little bit. But are you going to be going to theaters? Are you kind of nervous with the way the theaters have kind of responded to this by saying, like, oh, we're going to do this, and then, kind of backstepping because they felt pressured by people? Have you lost all faith in like AMC, Regal, Cinemark, and all that good stuff? Let us know in the chat, and we'll try and get to it. 4021971 says, I won't be going to AMC. No thanks. Not safe with those irresponsible people in there. I miss the movies, but not that much. Yeah, I completely echo that sentiment. Honestly, the only way I'm going to go to the theaters to see movies is if I can go to a press screening, and that's coming from a place of privilege, obviously. But it's like, if I'm reviewing movies for my channel, I'm not gonna go risk my own safety. Like, I'm going to take advantage of screeners and press screenings and whatnot, and I'm just gonna pray that Tenet, the press screening for Tenet, is in an IMAX theater, which I would have to imagine that
it's gonna have to be that. I mean, they're gonna push that, and that's how I'm wondering how they're gonna start press screens out here again, because the reps out here, I mean, the way I've talked to them, they're still figuring it out. I mean, what are the precautions? I mean, for me, it's just if you come to the press screen, you have to wear a mask. I mean, that's the easiest way to put it. Is like you have to wear a mask.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and I guess the other thing I want to bring up is like, where are a lot of you guys from? Who are watching, right? It's like, so because obviously we have some international viewers, some people here in the States, some people in Canada, and so it's like I feel like depending on where you're at in the world, that might also dictate as to whether or not you're going to be going back to the theaters, whether or not you're going to be going to see Tenet opening night and whatnot. I mean, so yeah, let us know where you guys are all watching from.
Can I also
and
mention
how the theater
this real
situation
fast?
is there?
Why is Tyler the only person to have a Troy poster right behind him? Like out of any person in the world, because of course Tyler has a Troy poster behind him.
I'm waiting. It's temporary. I actually I'll have to show everyone next week. I have an Uncut Gems poster coming in. And to the right, there's like a little frame magazine. It's going to be like a little Uncut Gems shrine.
Hell yeah.
Like in the corner of my room. But Troy's amazing.
Did you see Pete Davidson's basement tour on the Netflix thing? He has the Uncut Gems basketball on the rock. Dude. I'm like, hell yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah.
I love it. Well, listen, guys, during these live streams, we take your live questions. So send in your questions, all your movie-related questions, any question. It doesn't really matter if it's movie-related or whatever. Send them in below. If you want to get your question answered immediately and support the channel in the process, you can send in a super chat, but it is not required. And I see we do have 2 super chats here already, so thank you so much to those of you who have already donated. We're going to get to those right now. So Tyler Van asking, thoughts on the Rocky series, which is your fave? Who wants to go first with this?
I'll take it. Creed. Creed's my favorite Rocky film, if that counts in it. I think Creed blew me away because beforehand I liked the Rocky series, but I wasn't in love with it. Definitely though, Creed was like that next level thing for me, and that first Creed will like always hit me the hardest. Of course, like I mean, if I wasn't going with that, the first Rocky's amazing, but definitely Creed.
Yeah, for sure. You, Tyler?
I mean, I'd probably go with Creed 2. I really like Rocky 2 for some reason. I think that one's almost even better than the first one because I just rewatched the series not too long ago. But I would say Creed is probably my favorite as well. But yeah, I like the whole series. It's really good.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Stallone should have won the Oscar.
For Creed, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And Mark Rylance won.
We don't talk about Rylance. We don't talk about that. No, I think the only bad movie I think in the series is Rocky 5. Like Rocky 5 is just not.
I don't think I've ever seen that one. I think I skipped that one.
I don't hate it. It's just weird. It's a weird movie.
It's like they go to the streets and it's very I don't know. It's just not good. But they made a comeback though with Rocky Balboa, which
that's great.
Rocky Balboa might be my second favorite in the franchise because I think Stallone gives a great performance as like a final swan song performance as Rocky, doing what we know Rocky to be doing, and then in Creed, it's like a great mentor. It's like him progressing to another stage of his life. So it's like I think. The first Rocky obviously is great and iconic, amazing for all the reasons that people say it is. But Rocky Balboa to me is just that they tap into it a little bit more and they deepen the character at a later stage in his life. So that's my second favorite. But my favorite, I'm gonna echo what you guys said. Creed. Creed just like Ryan Coogler just came in there with a breath of fresh air. He just friggin' knocked it out of the park, and it just. When just like listening to the synopsis before even seeing anything, it's like, okay, so Adonis Creed's son, he has a son a mysterious son that no one really knew about, and he wants to become a boxer and he's going to train with Rocky. That kind of sounds dumb, but like when you see that first trailer and you see the craftsmanship involved in it and the emotional bits that Coogler is playing into, man.
Great.
That movie hits so hard. So yeah,
and Creed 2 is great. Creed 2 was great too.
Creed 2 is great. I love
Creed 2 is great. Well, I don't understand. And I mean, granted, Coogler didn't come back for that one, but Stephen Cable Jr. did an amazing job. Yeah.
To be honest, I think the fight scenes weren't as strong, but I thought Creed 2 was more emotional. And I thought what they did with the relationship with Tessa and him, I thought was excellent. I thought it was great. They gave her more stuff to work with. So, do you guys want a Creed 3 though? I know they talked about another Rocky. I don't know if I'd want another Rocky. I think just retire the character at this point.
Yeah, you can't do another Rocky. I
didn't they call off Creed? I think they said Creed 3 is not happening, or Stallone said it at least.
Yeah,
I want one. I would want one. I mean, I liked it enough to watch a third one, but
yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird that they haven't, because even Creed 2 kind of seemed up in the air for a little bit. Like they didn't really.
They weren't sure if they were going to go.
Yeah, it was just kind of weird because
on April 23rd, 2020, Creed 3 has been announced.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, yeah, I'm excited then if they do another one.
Zach Balin is going to be penning the script. He wrote the King Richard film. That's Will Smith.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah. And then Michael B. Jordan will be returning.
For sure.
No release date was to be looked at for fall 2021. That is probably not happening anymore, so it's 2022.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of happens with that one. But I was looking forward to a third Creed. And I think if they can close out Adonis' story in a third one, that'll make a great trilogy inside the Rocky universe. So, and then you know what? Just retire the franchise for a little bit. We don't need any more films in there. I feel like they've explored all they really can explore. Not only with Rocky, but with a new character. So, anyways, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Great question. Okay, we got another one, or we got a few more here. So let me get to them. Okay, Zach Marsh saying, thank you for the super chat, man. I'm definitely not going to the theaters for a while. More importantly, though, where is everyone's sweet spot to sit usually in a theater? I think for me, it's literally the middle. Like you just get the center seat in like the middlemost row that gives you the perfect vantage point. If I can sit there, that's like the best seat in the house for me. I don't know about you guys, but
I agree with that. I'm in the middle all the time.
I agree. Yeah,
I used to always like going to the back though. I used to love going to the back. Definitely I like those middle ones a little bit more, or like the ones that have the bars so I can put my feet up.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Yeah, the middle or the kind of middle closer to the front, but not all the way up to the front. Just a little in front of the middle.
Yeah. I see a lot of you guys are saying where you're from. We got people from Germany. We got people from Toronto, Orlando, Pennsylvania. So a lot of you guys are definitely saying, "Oh, I'm gonna stay home for sure." So, yeah, I get all of that for sure. Okay, so Tyler Van again with the super chat. Thanks, man. Saying best and worst Ridley Scott movie. Well, I think worse, you automatically have to go The Counselor, right? Like,
I've never finished that movie.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah. It's the car.
Isn't it fresh on Rotten Tomatoes?
The Counselor? No.
I hope not.
No way.
I hope not. Cameron Diaz sleeps with a car, dude.
I know.
It's 33%.
Yeah, it's really, really bad. But I would also throw in not necessarily the worst Ridley Scott movie, but probably one of the most disappointing Ridley Scott movies was Robin Hood. Robin Hood had all the makings in it to be like the next
Gladiator.
Scott. Well, I partially blame the marketing because that's what they pitched it on.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like it.
I know. It's just like it was gonna be nothing like that. But yeah,
while we're talking best and worst, what would be the most overrated one for you guys for Ridley Scott? Alien for me.
Overrated?
Alien is for me. I don't get the hype on Alien. I never did the first one.
Very much disagree with
that. I wish I did, dude. I watched it though, like for the first time, like probably 6 years ago, and I think it was like just the hype had built up, and I was like, it's interesting, but
for me, I think overrated for me would be Thelma and Louise, probably, because I had heard so many good things about that movie, and I watched it, and I thought it was fine, but I was like, I don't think it's like groundbreaking. But my favorite to me is The Martian. I think that's
The Martian's great.
Oh, you know what? Movie. That's the one that's a little overrated to me. I love
The Martian.
I love it, man. But I just like I walked out of it going like, oh, that was fun. It was just like, okay, I liked it. It was nice. Great ensemble cast. Matt Damon gives a great performance, and it was like. It really struck that nice balance between comedy and emotion and drama in the script, but I don't know, man.
See, Gladiator's probably my favorite film he's ever directed, but I really like Covenant and Prometheus.
Zach, do you agree Prometheus better than Alien?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Hey, I'll throw this out. I think Covenant's my favorite Alien film. Which is like complete
nuts.
It is.
So
it is. I fucking loved Covenant because it mixed Prometheus and the Alien, and I just was like so about it.
I can't even like fathom that,
It's
like
just
saying or thinking that.
Dude, trust me. But again, I think it's just because I grew up for years hearing how great the 2 Alien films were, and then I watched them and I was like, I don't get it. And then Covenant and Prometheus I only went and saw because my friend really wanted to see them.
Yeah.
And I went in like, and I think it was because at the time I went in low expectations of those. I walked out loving both of them. I still do. I still love both of them. Those are probably the films I've watched the most out of the Alien franchise.
I'll echo that. Well, I don't know. I've seen Alien quite a few times, but like, I like Covenant when it's a Prometheus sequel. When it's an Alien prequel, I don't like it as much. But like, I can see that. I really dig what Scott was trying to do with those prequels, and I hope he gets to make
Michael
his third
Fassbender.
one.
Best
Michael
part
Fassbender
about those. I mean, and that's why I want a third one. I think he actually will get to make that. The Covenant did really badly just because I don't think the marketing was strong for that film whatsoever.
Well, they were really they were leaning heavily into this is the film that is going to be the proper Alien prequel.
I know, but it was a Prometheus sequel. That's the problem. Like, because even I was kind of bummed when I first saw Covenant, but then I went back and was like, oh, okay, this is good because I have the right expectations now.
Yeah.
Now that's their biggest problem is the marketing for all their movies. For those two movies, those two movies in particular.
All right, moving on to the next question. Guys, see, we got a lot of you guys watching here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button and send in your questions. So
someone hit a dislike, man.
That I'm feeling upset now. You've got me. You've ruffled my feathers right now. So Josephine DeMarco asking, in honor of Pride Month, what is your favorite LGBTQ plus movies? Mine are Carol, Moonlight, The Birdcage, and Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Two of those are definitely mine, Moonlight and The Birdcage, for sure. The Birdcage just being like...
I've never seen that one. I've never seen The Birdcage.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's Robin Williams, right?
No, with Nathan Lane.
Never seen
Nathan Lane. Oh wait, no, Robin. Yeah.
I was like, which was like crap.
I always think of
Nathan Lane's good.
Yeah. No,
it's funny.
He is so fucking funny.
Oh yeah, I've never seen this movie. I've always wanted to.
You gotta watch it. It's absolutely hilarious. But then I'll also throw in Call Me by Your Name. That movie really just like hit me in like a really strong emotional part of me.
Call Me by Your Name was awesome.
By the end of that film, the credits are rolling. I mean, I don't know. I was broken, and I really felt everything. So
I want that sequel so fucking bad. They're gonna do it.
I know.
But I don't think for a while.
I'm kind of mixed on it. It's like I don't know if I want a sequel to that. It's such a great like just one singular encapsulation. You know, I don't know. But yeah, Tyler, what would be your pick for that?
Kangaroo Jack.
Wait, what?
I'm joking. I would say I was looking at movies, LGBTQ movies, just to make sure I wasn't missing any. Call Me. I mean, it's hard not to go with Call Me by Your Name, but
yeah.
I guess this Dallas Buyers Club kind of count. I guess not fully.
I think it does. Yeah,
I like that one a lot. Yeah. That was a good movie.
What does it mean to be like? Because I have a couple choices, but I don't know. So I guess I'll just say Boy Erased is up there for me. I thought Boy Erased. That's a
really good. That's a great movie.
And then does Can You Ever Forgive Me count? That when I looked it up, that came up in it, and I fucking love that movie.
Yeah,
I think that movie's great.
Yeah, I think that definitely counts for sure.
Single Man's good.
My God, thank you for reminding me because I just watched Nocturnal
Animals should have been nominated for everything.
Yeah.
The fact that Aaron Taylor Johnson didn't get nominated, but Michael Shannon did. It was like the thing that pissed me off the most that year. Shannon's good.
Oh, he's great. Yeah.
Taylor Johnson gave the best performance of his career.
I know.
And probably the only great. I mean, he'll literally never hit those.
The score is amazing.
The score is great.
Yeah.
Tom Ford is a fucked up man.
Dude,
I love him.
I just love the fact that he's like one of the world's premier fashion designers, and he's a really fucking good director. Like he's a really good filmmaker.
He's really good.
Yeah, I'm thank you for bringing up A Single Man because I remember watching that and just like it's similar feeling to what I got when I was watching Nocturnal Animals. It's just like intoxicating. It just like sucks you in.
Yeah.
He has such a way of just like immersing the viewer in the story he's trying to tell, and it's beautiful. But thank you so much for that question. It's a really great question. Okay, moving on to the next super chat here. The trailers and movies. What is your least favorite Best Picture winner? I'm gonna go with Driving Miss Daisy. Probably. I mean, Green Book.
Green Book?
No, I mean Green Book's a bad Best Picture winner, but like I think you got to go with the film that did Green Book before Green Book, and that's Driving Miss Daisy. And why did that movie win? I don't know. Also, Shakespeare in Love. I just can't get over the fact that beat out. Shit. Why am I blanking on the movie's name?
Wait, which movie? Oh, Saving Private Ryan. Saving Private Ryan.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, Saving Private Ryan. Sure. Even Thin Red Line. I mean,
I know.
Both of those are great. Life is Beautiful. So
I know. It's those are probably the two that come to mind.
I'd say too it probably is Driving Miss Daisy. I haven't seen that movie, but also The King's Speech to me, it's a great movie, but it makes me mad.
Yeah,
like literally every other movie was better than that movie that was nominated.
Network,
yeah,
Toy Story 3, Inception,
127 hours,
Black Swan. Like, dude,
the Social Network should have won that. I mean, Inception, Social Network, The Fighter. I haven't seen Black Swan. Literally, I'm looking at them all right now. There's not a single movie. Every single one of the films nominated that year should have fucking won.
Yeah.
I think that's actually probably one of the hardest years, and the weakest film won. Weakest film won.
Yeah.
For me, honestly,
Power of the Weinsteins.
If we're going kind of lately, The Hurt Locker, I didn't think deserved to win. I would have done. Over Inglourious Bastards, A Serious Man, Up, or even District 9. Fuck, I would have given it to those. Hurt Locker's great. But that's the one.
I don't know, man. There was something like the first time I watched The Hurt Locker, walking out of it, I was just like, that movie rocked me. Like
for some reason, I love The Hurt Locker too.
Munich not winning over Crash is garbage too.
Thank you. Yes, Crash is
Crash,
$1 Million Baby. I've never been a big fan of. So I would have rather preferred The Aviator or Finding Neverland to win. But
that's good. Oh, The Aviator definitely should. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So.
No, that's all good choices. Thank you so much for the questions. So we got another super chat in here from Zeke Gonzalez Unzaldi. Guys, if you want your questions answered, because we do have a lot of them in here, be sure to send in the super chat. It not only supports the channel, but it allows us to answer your question more quickly. So not required, but that option is available to you. Okay, so Zeke's saying, how often do movie trailers ruin the movie for you? I don't necessarily think they do. I can't think of really any instances where I saw a trailer and it just like completely affected how I saw the film. I mean, yes, there are trailers that give too much away, but like I'm not thinking of that when I go into the movie. It's like I check the baggage at the door and I just watch the movie as it's presented to me. I think obviously the best trailers are sometimes the ones that are that just tease the right amount, like Nolan's trailers. Nolan's trailers are the perfect example, because it's like Tenet, I couldn't tell you what the hell that movie's about, and I've seen not only the trailers, but the prologue, and it's like I have very little information, and I'm already excited to see that film. So it's like that's the proper trailer to me. But do they ruin the movie? No, not really. I don't know. How do you guys see this?
No, I agree. I think the trailers really don't ruin movies for me too much. I mean, like we were talking about earlier, sometimes the marketing can be kind of funny for like Prometheus and Alien Covenant. You kind of go in you go in expecting a movie to be a certain way, but it's the complete opposite. I think that's the only time like a trailer can ruin the movie. But like as far as spoilers go, it's pretty rare. I really don't think it happens as often as people make it
the movie's got to really suck already to spoil something big. I think the biggest one lately is Terminator Genesis, whatever. When they did the twist, I remember I didn't see that trailer, but so when me and my friend went that night, we went opening night to see that movie. We were the only ones in the fucking theater. We were the only ones in the theater. In this big IMAX theater, we were the only ones at like 9:00 at night. And before the movie played, they were showing the trailers. They showed that trailer in front of its own movie. So I saw that and I'm like, I really hope that's in the beginning of the film, because I hadn't seen a trailer until then. And it was garbage. That one kind of ruined it for me. It's tough though, because I stop after the first trailer though. But it just depends on the studio, because Tenet's done a good job. Pretty much any big blockbuster's done a really good job of keeping all the secrets hidden. And then like not even movie wise, but game trailers are really good too, because like going on to The Last of Us, I mean, like knowing the spoilers, they do a really good job of marketing the game, but not like falsely marketing the game. which is very clever. I even playing the game, it's like I don't know how they got away with it, but it was very clever marketing.
Yeah, for sure. And then Tyler, you already answered this. Never mind. So, all right. Moving on to the next super chat here from Zaya asking, favorite movie stunt ensemble of the decade. Well, I guess that's kind of a tricky question because are we talking about like an ensemble of people, or just like the movie that has the best stunts of the decade? Because if we're talking about an ensemble of people, I'd probably have to go John Wick 3 just for that compound sequence, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas like the Mission Impossible stuff is very Tom Cruise driven. It's very much Tom Cruise doing all the stunts. But well, actually, no.
Well, no. See, I want to say Fallout just because it's my favorite action movie, but like, I was literally going to say John Wick 2 or John Wick 3 just because.
Yeah.
I feel like there's just a lot
the Raid.
more.
The
Raid. The Raid.
That's a true stunt ensemble. You have so many different people doing like mind-blowing stunt work and whatnot.
Yeah.
And really those movies I think kind of informed the Wick films to an extent. I mean, like Chaz Stahelski obviously is a big fan of Asian cinema. So it's like he was already looking into that avenue already, but it's just like the Raid films probably like really pushed that along. Mm-hmm. So I think you're right on that. I think the Raid for sure would be the right one. Okay, going down here, trying to find some more super chats. Don't want to miss any. Thank you guys for sending those in. We really, really appreciate it. Ganyai asking, most memorable movie scene that happened around a movie theater. For me, it's a tie between the opening scene in Scream 2 and Snow White scene in Gremlins. Those are both really great ones. The Scream 2 one especially is just iconic. Absolutely iconic. But I don't know. What do you guys think, Zach?
Go to Tyler first. I gotta think.
For me, I would say like
because there's a lot
out of the 2010s. I mean, like the one that shook me the most and like it was the split twist at the end. I was just like, I was just like floored. I was like, I did not see that come like that. That was the first time.
That's a great twist.
The rug. Wait, what?
Well, he's talking about the like most memorable movie scenes that happened around a theater.
Oh, like in a theater. Oh,
yeah,
I thought you meant like
theater.
in a movie theater or around a theater.
No. Yeah.
Inglourious Bastard, the ending.
That was going to be my answer.
That's a great one. That's like thinking of that's like the only thing. I think La La Land has a good one too. Yeah, just like a subtle one.
I think Donnie Darko has a really good one where they're all three sitting in the theater and like there's that picture with Frank the Bunny. That's a really good one.
Maybe it's just because I just watched it a couple of days ago, but the scene in La Haine where Vincent Cassel goes and he's hiding out in the theater and he's like smoking the cigarettes and he's like pointing the gun at the screen and stuff.
Oh yeah.
That's a really good one too.
Lax Action Hero has some fun ones.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one too. Man, I'm blanking. There's so many great ones.
There's a lot.
Yeah, for sure. But thanks for the super chat, man. Yeah, I love the Scream 2 one. The Scream 2 one for sure is.
I've never seen Scream 2. Oh. I've never seen any of the Screams.
Okay,
it's on my list. It's on my list.
Yeah, do yourself a favor, man, and watch.
I own them all, so I'm like, I just bought them like last week, and I'm like super excited to watch them all because again, never seen them all. So
yeah, no, they're so good. Zach Marr saying a Call Me by Your Name sequel should be done before like before sunset. Yeah, that's probably the best way that they could go with it. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I just love Luca Guadagnino, so
excited for his Scarface.
Yeah, his Scarface. I'm down for whatever he's gonna throw my way. All right, let me make sure we don't have any more super chats in here, and then we can get to some other. Well, Zach saying trailers wreck movies when they're misleading. That's a good point. And again, it doesn't necessarily ruin the movie, but it ruins your perception of what that film has to be. And so it's like if you're being sold on something and it's not that, that's not going to work well. And I agree with you. That is really the only.
Can you think of any movies like that, like in recent memory, other than
that Kevin Bacon movie? That Kevin Bacon movie that just came out.
I haven't seen it
yet. Yeah.
So I'll throw it out here. I watched the trailer after I'd watched the movie, and I went, "This is a lie." I mean, the movie's not a horror film, like whatsoever. Right. So I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't see a trailer or anything for it. But it's not a horror film. It's more like a psychological thriller, I guess. Like it tries to be. But yeah, it's not a horror film at all. Like the and they try to have these cheap jump scares, but like it's not even like. like that's the problem with the movie the most is it doesn't know what it wants to be. So, but yeah, that one a little bit misleading on that part.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the other one, well, I guess that doesn't really count. I was going to say Suicide Squad. The first trailer for Suicide Squad is so unlike the movie.
Yeah.
But then the trailers that followed it were very much like the movie because it was literally edited by a trailer company. So, for 402-1971, actually bringing up something that I thought of after we moved away from that question, which is Cinema Paradiso for best theater sequences.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, that is. I mean, it's again, like they're saying, it's about a movie theater. So yeah, that is a great one, and that's a beautiful film.
Hey, I've got a good misleading trailer.
What?
For me, it's good. It was a good thing, but Mother with Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh
yeah,
yeah. That was like the best misleading trailer.
Dude, you know what's funny? I bought that movie and my friend took it, and I miss it. I miss that movie, man.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie.
No, you don't. Oh, the other one. I don't mean to keep going back to this one, but the other one that I thought of that it was misleading, and what it sold the movie on was It Comes at Night.
It was, but I'm okay with it because I like the movie.
I am too. I just think that Trey Schultz got screwed over by the marketing for that film because they didn't know what to do with it. Yeah, for sure. Okay, we got another super chat in here from the trailers and the movies. Thank you so much, man. Thoughts on Mad Max Fury Road? I mean, it's great. It's literally a masterpiece.
Top 20 films of all time for me. I fucking love it. I have like a giant, like I literally have like a giant, like not a mural, but like a canvas thing above my bed that's just Mad Max. Like I just have him and Furiosa.
Yeah. It's I love it. It's so good. I mean, it probably. I don't know. Spotlight was a good Best Picture winner, but it should have won. I think
it should have won. Yeah. Even though I love Spotlight, I think Spotlight's a very underrated pick. But
The Revenant should have won. The Revenant.
Was it that year too?
Yeah,
The Revenant was that year.
No, The Revenant was 2015. Sorry.
I was about to say I didn't think it was up against Mad Max.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
I think Birdman beat Mad Max.
No, Birdman was 2014. That was the 2014 movie for the 2015 Oscars. Mad Max was a 2015 movie in the 2016 Oscars. But yeah, okay.
Well, then it was The Revenant. It was.
The Revenant was in that, yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's get to some questions here. Again, guys, if you want your question answered immediately, Super Chat is available to you, but it is not required, but we do appreciate it. What was there was one in here that I had and that I lost. Well, I guess we can start with this one. Mrs. Bankrupt Pony asking, do you guys watch anime? Do you guys watch anime?
Yeah,
I watch Hayao Miyazaki. It's like Studio Ghibli movies, but that's about as far as I go. It's not that I don't like it. It's just it's so overwhelming. I just don't. I don't know where to start.
It is overwhelming. And that's the thing because I used to be really into it as a kid, but like lately, like I'm still trying to finish Naruto Shippuden, but there's like 800 episodes. But like out of those 800, like 300 of them you don't even need to watch because they're filler. Like they do nothing to the story. It's not even canon. So it's tough, and you get overwhelmed by it. Like that's why, like I always tell myself, I can only watch one anime series at a time, or else you kind of just start feeling. But like for me, it's like Dragon Ball. I can slip on it anytime and just watch any episode because they're just really entertaining.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like it's similar to what you were just saying, Zach. I watched a lot when I was a kid because I mean, it was on. It was really popular. It was on like Jetix. It was on like
and
Toonami. I mean, yeah, I watched. I mean, and granted, they weren't like the hardcore anime stuff, but it was like the American ones that we got. Like we got Yu-Gi-Oh, Beyblade, like
Cody Lyoko.
Cody Lyoko. Did you guys see this Studio Ghibli's next film? The 3D animated.
The 3D animated one. Yeah,
I don't like. I mean, I need to see it in movement. But I didn't like the pictures. But I need to see it in movement and how it goes.
I just
don't like it on principle, just because I 2D hand drawn animation is so rare these days.
And that's what they're known for.
And it's what they're known. And granted, it's okay. They can branch out and they can do some other things. But it's just like I don't know that there's an art to
directing this though.
I don't know. I would imagine so, but
if he is, then I might be more on board with it.
Yeah.
I'll look it up, but
yeah, for sure.
Not, I miss 2D animation.
I do too, man.
I want Disney to go back to it.
Yeah, which I just there's something magical about it, and there's like a real art. I mean, there's an art to 3D animation for sure, but there's like a real like.
He's not doing it.
He's not.
Mm-hmm. He's doing a movie called How Do You Live?
Okay.
That's his next anime film. But this one looks to be 2D.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Well, that's good. But I don't know. There's just like a real tangible artistic like quality to 2D hand drawn, and you can do a lot. Like, just look at a movie. I swear to God, I mention this film every live stream. But look at a movie like Prince of Egypt. That's a 2D animated movie that has serious depth, amazing colors, fantastic effects.
Well, I look at Princess and the Frog, the last one they did. I feel like that's like literally the most underrated Disney film. Like when it comes out to like all their 2D stuff. I mean, besides Atlantis and Treasure Planet, the obvious ones, but like out of that modern era, like no one talks about it, and it's probably like one of my favorite princess films.
Yeah, no one talks about Brother Bear either.
Brother Bear's
good. Yeah,
Brother Bear is good. Yeah,
I like Brother Bear.
Walking Phoenix. Have you seen that interview with him and the reporter that he gets pissed at?
Yeah,
it's so awkward, so cringy.
If you ever just want to go, watching Joaquin Phoenix interviews in general is just very uncomfortable. I mean, he's funny, but he just likes to toy with them. It's just
he's crazy. Like him and Tommy Lee Jones are very entertaining to watch. Interviews.
Yeah,
Tommy Lee Jones is like the same way. He'll just go yes, no.
Yeah,
it's just, they're over it, and I get it, but anyways, okay, but kind of similar point, and from Mrs. Bankrupt Pony again saying, what are your guys' favorite Disney movie? I think for me, I always go to The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I think it's
is this animation or live action?
I was taking it as animation. Because we were kind of sticking on that same topic of 2D animation, but if we're talking animation, Hunchback of Notre Dame for me, I not only think it's the most underrated film, but it is just like it's the most mature Disney movie that really has a powerful message. It's got unbelievable songs, unbelievable music from Alan Menken, probably his best score to date. Great vocal performances, incredible visuals. That movie I continuously go back to, but that's probably my favorite. What about you guys?
For me, Treasure Planet's always been up there, but truly for me, it's Lilo and Stitch. I love Lilo and Stitch so much. Like, of course, I love the Aladdins, the Beauty and the Beast, the Lion King, but like Lilo and Stitch is probably like the Disney animated film I've seen the most out of all of them. I love it.
Yeah, for sure.
For me, live action, I'm just gonna throw it at Holes. I love Holes a lot.
Yeah.
But like animated, it's tough. There's so many good ones, but like I'd say like. There's so many good ones. I watched Tarzan the most growing up, but like most recent, I like Wreck-It Ralph a lot, man. I think Wreck-It Ralph's one of the best like animated movies.
Big Hero 6, man. Big Hero 6 is up there for me too. I love Big Hero 6. Zootopia. Zootopia was one of the most surprising movies.
I thought Zootopia was a little overrated.
Really?
Yeah, I just didn't. I don't think it like clicked with me as much. Like I got what they were going for, and like from a messaging standpoint, yeah, it's great. It's important for kids to see. But I just like it didn't really do it for me. Same with Wreck-It Ralph, man. I'm never a big fan of that film. And
so Ralph Breaks the Internet wasn't your so you haven't
no,
seen
I've yet yeah.
Did you like the second one, Tyler?
Yeah, I did. I didn't like it as much as the first, but I did like it. I thought it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, another super chat here from Gagne. Thank you so much, man. Saying Peter Jackson's starting a new animation studio. Yes, he is. And I am really curious to see what he does.
We're getting Tintin finally. Tintin 2?
Oh my God! Please. Well, we are because he's been working on that for a while. When I interviewed him for Mortal Instruments and what the fuck was it?
Mortal Engines.
Mortal Engines, and I also talked to him about They Shall Not Grow Old. He said Tintin 2, they're still working on it, and like it'll be in.
Because what was it? Spielberg directs the first one, Jackson directs the second one, Serkis directs the third one, right? Wasn't that like the plan?
That was like that was the original plan. But it's just been years since that first one. But yeah, the second one, like he said, it was like a few years away, and I talked to him in late 2018, I think that's when Mortal Engines came out. So it's like. Him starting an animation studio and going through all this thing, that kind of tracks with the trajectory of like where that film is going. So
hopefully the first one's good. I really like the first one.
Do you guys think that it will like his new studio will pose a threat to like, DreamWorks and Pixar?
No,
I don't. No. I don't think it's gonna.
Personally, DreamWorks, I feel like it's going downhill since they got bought by whatever. Like what the Shrek reboot that apparently
And it's like a reboot with the same actors or something.
Literally, yeah, in Illumination. Why not just let DreamWorks, you own them, why not just let them make another Shrek film with the same actors? Wouldn't that be the smarter route to do? I mean, if you really think about it, we've never gotten a remake of an animated film. You know what I mean? Like, I'm waiting for Disney to remake Toy Story and Up and Finding Nemo. But like, this is like the first studio that's like, hey, we're gonna remake that. Is it gonna be shot for shot? You know, like,
yeah, I don't know, man. I
don't.
Like,
it won't be like adult humor-ish.
Shrek's been played out, man. Like, I think just like leave that series alone. Especially if you're just bringing back the original cast and you're just gonna do the same movie over again, but it's just gonna look like an Illumination movie, so it's gonna be awful. I don't know, man.
Do you guys like any of their films? Like, I only really like the first Despicable Me. Besides that, I've
Illumination?
Never yeah,
that's the most trash animated. I cannot stand that.
Like,
dude,
they have great animation. I'll give them that. Their animation looks cool, and they're making that Super Mario Brothers film, which I can only fingers crossed that I like it.
I don't know,
like,
man.
Despicable Me 1, I like. 2, it's fine. 3 is no.
I will say this: it's not as good. It's not as good as like the 2000 version, but I thought The Grinch was okay. Like, it was.
I mean, that's probably their best film.
I think that's their best
like,
film, probably.
When you
Secret
like,
Life of Pets is garbage.
I hate Secret Life. Sing, I did not like Sing. Secret Life of Pets, did not like it. Minions, no. Despicable Me 1 was all right. But there's just too many. Like, I don't know.
I don't like any of their films, really. Even the first Despicable Me, I'm just like, ugh. The only one that I can stomach is The Grinch, and it's probably just because I like that story. Not really because I thought the movie was good.
Did they do the Horton Hears a Who and stuff like that too?
Well, no, that was before. That was before.
Was that before?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because Horton Hears a
Who
was actually good.
I like that one.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Jim Carrey was great in that.
Steve Carell too.
Yeah, Steve. Right. That was a great pairing right there.
I have a great answer to this one.
Thoughts on Airplane?
It's the first pair of tits I ever saw on screen.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I just remember that. Like, the first time my dad showed me that, he forgot about it, and my mom goes, "What the fuck are you showing him?"
Dude, yeah. I remember when as a kid, my mom was like,
inflatable guy too. Those are the two things I remember.
Oh,
it's a weird movie. Airplane's a weird movie.
It's funny.
I like it.
It's really
funny.
Those oh gosh, I'm blanking on the name, but the guys who made those movies, they are so fun. Have you guys seen Top Secret with Val Kilmer?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite by them. That movie is absolutely hysterical.
It's funny.
Yeah. A few super chats in here. Tyler Van asking, "What film had a great concept but turned out bad?" God, there's so. I mean,
I gotta go look at my letterbox for that.
Yeah, I got a lot, but the Purge, like how
the Purge, I like the second one, but
like that's such a great. I've never been so let down before. Like, I remember being so hyped for that movie, but like, man,
I have one. I have one that's recent. Capone. I think Capone was an excellent idea, and I still thought it was fine. But like,
that's true.
That was a concept that I think could have really, really fucking destroyed.
Yeah, it was really interesting.
I'm like looking at them.
Yeah, no, I gotta look at my letterbox too. But that's Capone in recent memory for sure is one. God,
there's a lot of movies with like, bad or good concepts that turned out bad.
Wrinkles the Clown. That documentary was garbage. It was a really cool idea, but that documentary was garbage.
Why
have you not seen that?
Never seen that one.
It's on Hulu.
I'm so stupid. Artemis Fowl.
Oh, Artemis Fowl is
like,
or Bloodshot. Bloodshot was another one. Cool concept.
Yeah.
All trash. Trash.
I don't know. There are so many.
Doolittle.
There
should be a good Dr. Doolittle movie, that's for sure.
Has there ever been Cats?
Well, I don't know.
The musical I was just never for it.
The musical is not good.
My dad, we asked him to watch a movie. My sister chose Cats, and I chose Detective Pikachu. And he had to choose, and he chose Cats, and I fucking walked upstairs. I said, I'm not doing this.
I'll say another one. Did you guys see Swallow? Because I thought that was
I didn't see it. I wanted to though.
I did. Yeah.
That was a cool movie for like 2/3 of it, and then it just didn't go anywhere. And I'm like, all right, you played out the concept, but you didn't do anything with it. And so that was
Escape Room was another cool one, and I didn't hate it, but that could have been a really better movie.
I was reading a list. Like a lot of people said Jumper, but I actually kind of like Jumper.
I like Jumper. Push is another one that's kind of underrated. Same with the Losers.
Push, yeah.
Like
In Time, I thought was underrated.
There's all those weird there's like all those weird mid like 2010 action films that like I oddly really enjoy, but no one likes.
Me too. Yeah. You liked In Time, right?
Yeah, I liked it.
I liked In Time a lot.
I need to rewatch that. That's such. I loved that movie.
Murder Mystery with Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston. That could have been a really funny movie, and that movie was fucking boring.
Yeah,
really bad.
A lot of those Adam Sandler films kind of some of them have potential, like the concept alone. But so Gagne in here saying Glass, huge letdown. You're right. That was
agree.
I
liked it.
Not good. One more here from Tyler Van saying, thank you so much for the super chats, man. We really, really appreciate it. But he's saying, big fan from Australia, best and worst Chris Columbus movie. Also, all I remember from Covenant was Michael Fassbender playing the flute. That's a great scene.
Plays the flute like a flute.
Yeah. Well, with Chris Columbus, I mean, you just got to go. I got to go Chamber of Secrets because I think
it's one of the Harry Potter movies.
It's one of the Harry Potter films, and
yeah.
Chamber of Secrets to me is just it still blows my mind that movie got made the way it did.
Yeah, right? Those are dark. Those are dark movies.
Well, they're dark, but it's just like it's 2 hours and 40 minutes of a child fantasy novel. Like and it's like it's a murder mystery. It's like
the first one's my favorite personally by him. But yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, I would say both cheat and say both Harry Potter movies. He made a lot of great.
And I gotta say this: he's still doing the Five Nights at Freddy's film. If he still ends up doing that, I'll be actually really interested in that film.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I hope he is. I don't know, but worse, I don't know. I mean, like people would probably say Pixels, but I didn't hate.
Oh,
Pixels.
I didn't.
Nah, Pixels is worse. That's.
I guess
movie.
by default, it's probably is worse.
It is. Yeah, I mean, with someone who has such a strong resume when it comes to family movies, like family movies of the '90s, like there's I don't know, Pixels is just such a weird. His career over the last like decade is just baffling to me.
Yeah, because like
he went
Adventures in Babysitting, Home Alone, Missed Outfire.
Come on, it's crazy. But actually, you know what, guys? Let us know in the chat. What's your favorite Chris Columbus movie? Because he's a great filmmaker when he hits that right sweet spot. But he hasn't really done anything interesting as of late. I kind of put him in the same camp as like a Joe Johnston. There are people who come from that like tangible like family action adventure fantasy sort of background with great effects, great story, in movies that are like. They're for families and for kids, but like they're also accessible to everyone. We're just like missing that in movies these days, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, cool one here from Zeke Gonzalez and Zaldi asking, did you get your driver's license on your first attempt of the test? What was your first car? Tyler, did you get your driver's license?
So driver's permit is a test. I failed that the first time. Had to go take the testing, but driver's license I did pass the first time. And my first car was the Grand Cherokee, Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Yeah, Zach.
So permit wise, failed that thing twice because I refused.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, and I refused to set. Like I remember, I read one and it was about a tornado, and I looked at the lady. I said, "Is this really going to happen in Arizona? It's really going to happen in Arizona."
You just kind of look at it. You're like, "I'm not going to pass this." That's how was the first one. I was like,
driver's test. I passed, but I got to say, the driver's test is way easier. Like for mine, I literally pulled out, went on the street for maybe a minute, and then went back in. That's it. That was it. And then my first car was a Mazda hatchback. I think 2003. I'm not sure. I think it was 2003.
Yeah. Similar to you guys. No, I didn't pass the permit test the first time. At least I don't.
Did anyone?
I don't know anyone who did.
It's so dumb. The permit test is way harder than the driver's license test, and the driver's license test is like. That should be the most important thing. There's so many,
I was so nervous.
That's why there's so many idiots.
I know. There's so many freaking boneheads driving out there on the road who just don't. Oh God! Don't even get me started on that. I hate people who drive. I hate people who drive.
Especially here.
Yeah. Right. But
and they're all coming to Arizona now. So
you can afford to take some. So take some of our horrible drivers. But no, yeah, I did pass the driver's license test on the first try, and then my first car was a 2008 Ford Escape. So yeah, thanks for the question. That was a fun one. Okay, another super chat here that I missed. The trailers and movies. Birdman versus 1917. Oh, that's so tough.
Birdman. I'm just going gut reaction. Birdman.
Yeah, Birdman is one of my top 10 favorite movies.
I've seen it more. I mean, it could change in a couple years, but definitely Birdman.
I'd probably go 1917, but they're both really good.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, Devil 2 here from the Devil Wish that I want to get to. Devil Wish saying favorite Pokemon or favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card. So my favorite Pokemon is I thought I knew this.
Here, let me go grab my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I still got one.
Right. Okay.
No, I'm being serious. So let me go grab them.
All right. Well, so while Zach's grabbing his Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Tyler, what is your favorite Pokemon?
Dude, I don't know any. I never watched either or did any of those two things when I was younger. I like Pokemon. I'm just going solely based off of Smash Bros. Because I think there's some Pokemon characters on Smash, right?
Yeah. So
I guess like. Is Jigglypuff a Pokemon? Or
yeah,
no?
Yeah.
All right, probably Jigglypuff. And I like Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, that's okay. Zach's bringing his Yu-Gi-Oh cards to show us. I go back and forth. Like there are times when I like Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil was my favorite for a while. Bulbasaur, I have a sweet spot for, obviously. And then obviously what they evolve into is really fun. Totodile is great too. Snorlax is fun. Man, I don't know. It's really tough because it's like I wouldn't say like any of the legendary guys are like favorites, but they're really cool. So.
I couldn't find them. Toontown, the Toon deck. Oh, okay. I have the whole Toon deck still, or the Dark Magician.
Yeah, I was oh crap! What did I have? I had like one of the Egyptian god cards.
Oh, okay. They have Funko Pops coming out of all three of them.
Of the Egyptian gods? Of
the Egyptian ones from the movie, and then Exodia.
Oh yeah, those ones were my favorite. I love the Toon ones too. The Toon Blue Eyes White Dragon was really cool. I
had all those, man. Because we used to play. I remember in second grade, we used to do like duels at lunch. Yeah. And we played a fucked up game where if you lost, we get to pick a card out of your deck to keep.
Oh, that's messed up, man.
So that's how I got that one, I remember. Yeah. And then Pokemon wise, Gengar is my favorite. Gengar or Lugia from Pokemon Silver.
Oh yeah, I do think Lugia's and I think I liked Lugia more after watching Pokemon 2000. Like that movie was kind of like that's a good movie.
That is a really good 2000.
Movie. Yeah. Devil Wish also asking, do you guys have tattoos? I do not.
I do not.
I don't lie. I saw it on your ass.
Dude, you can't tell people that. No, I'm joking. No, I can't. Like the idea of getting a tattoo. There are a lot where I'm like, oh, I think that would look really cool, but I just can't decide on something like permanent. It just kind of drives me crazy.
Danielle should design one for you, a Harry Potter one.
If I ever did get one, I would only go through her.
Glasses? Can you just get like glasses like Harry Potter drawn?
Yeah, scar right there.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Zach, do you? Well, first of all, Zach, I don't think you have any.
No, I don't.
Would you want to get one?
Yeah, I actually do. The first one I want to get is one of the Arrival symbols.
Oh, that's
cool. I haven't like summoned a kid like putting down $500 for a fucking tattoo. Because I went to man. Yeah, I went to like 3 different artists that my friend recommends because my friend's whole body's tatted, like his chest, his back, his arms, his like his whole body's done. Which is funny. He always wears long sleeves and jeans, so you could literally never tell that he has tattoos.
Yeah.
But I went to 3 of his and they were like 500, 550, somewhere around. Then I was like, I'll hold off. But yeah, I want from Arrival, I want the sign for time and humanity. That's like mixed up. So
yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know if I'll ever get tattoos. Probably not. But another one here. It's another super chat here from Zach Marsh. Thank you so much. If you could only ever watch Casino Royale or have free access to the other 23 Bond films, but Casino Royale doesn't exist, which do you pick? I pick Casino Royale because it's like top 3 favorite movies of all time.
I thought I was going to be in the minority. Yeah, I would pick Casino Royale too. I mean, for me, the other Bond films, I haven't seen them all, but I like some of them, but nothing stands to Casino Royale for me.
Yeah, for sure. Like even like Skyfall, which I would say is it's like the closest you like. I think the franchise has gotten to topping Casino Royale is.
Well, and even throwing in there, like you didn't say that there couldn't be a sequel made to Casino Royale and more James Bonds made afterwards. Yeah, so that's how I took it.
Yeah, exactly. You get Casino Royale, and then you also get like the films that come after it. So if CR is setting the precedent, then the movies that come after it are only going to be better. So theoretically.
I would do the same thing. Same thing.
We're all in agreement. That's kind of weird, but I dig it. All right, guys, keep sending in your questions here. I am gonna try and find some good ones. I don't think we have any super chats, but let's see. Okay, Kieran Langer asking your guys' thoughts on Zack Snyder's 30-second preview with Diana and Darkseid. Also, Junkie XL's score sounds amazing. Yeah, I think in terms of the score, I don't think that's new stuff. That's just like stuff ripped from BVS for sure. It was just like the Batman
it feels like
theme.
BVS, yeah.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing that immediately struck me about that clip. That felt like Snyder. That felt like the continuation
I loved it.
of BVS. Yeah, I was.
And
yeah,
you know what? The scene I feel like that clip was like, to some of the haters were like, well, how different could it actually be? I think that clip showed no. There's a lot of footage that I never got to show.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, obviously that scene with Darkseid is most likely the scene that was originally Steppenwolf. With them all fighting. But I have a feeling that scene's probably going to be longer. I feel like there was a lot more shot in that scene.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm really excited for the Snyder Cut. I mean, I've liked every single one of his films.
I'm a big Snyder fan. Yeah, I agree. Like Sucker Punch to an extent, but
I actually don't hate that one. But it's his weakest film. It is his weakest
for sure. Or the the Owl one's pretty good.
The Owl one's good. I like the Owl one. Yeah.
It's not bad.
300. Man of Steel is his best film. Watchmen's great. I like that.
Let me ask y'all this. This is kind of a weird topic, but my favorite comedian of all time is Chris D'Elia, and he is under fire for some stuff that he did this past week. And he's going to be in Snyder's new zombie movie. He's one of the leads of the movie that's supposed to come out on Netflix. So do you think that movie's going to be affected in any way?
To be honest,
he plays one of the main,
So is it like, is there actual evidence that it's out there? Because that's my thing. I feel like the Ansel Elgort one was way
no.
Stronger.
There's like so many like people kind of.
I feel like there's going to be a huge investigation. I don't know how it's going to go, but it got me thinking because he's like him and Netflix. They have like a huge all his specials come out on there, and he was he's like one of the leads of the new Snyder movie, and I'm just like, I wonder if that's going to be affected anyway because I was excited for that movie.
I'm really excited. Do you guys think that's coming out this year? Like
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was.
I thought it was too. But if what you're saying is true, because I didn't realize he was one of the leads in that film, they might actually delay it, reshoot the scenes with him, recast him, and then put the movie out. Because I think with everything that's come out, it's just like his deal with Netflix is done. They're definitely going to try. They're not going to want to put a movie out when you have a guy like that.
Well, and also, do you think? What about talking about that Ansel Elgort?
Yeah.
What are they going to do with West Side Story? Because
I think they got to reshoot the Ansel stuff.
Because it's not like one. It's not like it was something. It's not like the Ezra Miller situation with the choking the girl. Like that. I feel like there's still some weird things about that. Like no one really knows what happened with that situation. Like he's still a scumbag for putting, but you know what I mean? We don't know what provoked him and stuff. Ansel's, I mean, it's as bad as it's almost as bad as the Kevin Spacey thing.
That's really bad.
Only from like what 2-3 girls coming out.
Yeah. There's so many more people, I guess, that are coming forward or have come forward. I know with Chris D'Elia, there are still people coming forward and people posting like message chains with him and stuff. So
I mean, do you think they delay West Side Story? Because I remember the first test screening that happened.
I heard it's awesome.
Yeah, I've heard the ratings were fucking through the roof.
I think they release it. I think they just release it as is. I feel like they have to.
How big? So I've never seen the original West Side Story. How big of a role is he going to have in this?
I mean,
he's the main guy. I feel like I think it's like a 2.5 hour they can't,
because I know Rachel Zelger or whatever is. I'm really excited to see her in it. To be honest, that's after her Star is Born little cover thing she did on Twitter.
Yeah.
So I'm excited, but I mean, and then I really think Edgar Wright is the type of guy to do a Baby Driver 2, but just recast him. I really think.
Oh sure.
Like
yeah,
Edgar Wright is the type of guy to completely recast him, and I think I love Baby Driver, but that film's getting a little bit harder to watch.
Yeah, Baby Driver. Well, you want to talk about a movie that's just like just plagued now? Billionaire Boys Club, dude. That movie, because that's Ansel and Spacey again.
It's like Taron really, just can't get away from it, man.
Can't get away from it. Yeah, it's
so it's terrible, but yeah, I'm really curious. I wonder if they delay it. West Side.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be crazy to reshoot the entire movie with a new lead.
You just can't recreate. I feel like they're not going to do that. I feel like they're just going to release it.
Kevin Spacey did not have that many scenes in that film.
Yeah, that was easier. Like Angel's going to be like they can't reshoot that movie
because you would literally have to reshoot all of Rachel's scenes, majority of them, most of the dance sequences. I mean,
they have to reshoot the whole movie. They can't. They wouldn't be able to use like any of it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's wild. But anyways, Kristen Maldonado is in here. Hey, Kristen, how's it going? Thank you so much for tuning in. She says, hey guys, I have the same Reptar hat. Zach, makes me wonder, what are all of your favorite '90s Nick shows?
That's a great question.
That's
a great question.
Well, I mean, for me, SpongeBob. Even the first, so the first season is like '99, so that's like technically a '90s show, even though it was really the early 2000s when it came into its own. But like that first season of SpongeBob is just perfect.
It's like the best season, probably.
Season 2.
I don't know.
What's your guys' real fast? What's the number one SpongeBob episode you guys always think of? I always think of the one when they're cussing. And
I just watched that last night.
It's so funny.
It's so funny.
For me as a kid, I love the Halloween episodes, but the Graveyard Shift. I love that episode so much. Slasher.
Yeah. Dude, that episode used to scare me when I was a kid.
Me
like
too.
the first time I watched it, I'm like, what is this?
I was like, shoot.
Yeah.
For me, it's Rugrats. Rugrats is like my number one of all time. But Rocko's Modern Life is up there. Hey Arnold, Cat Dog, and then no one talks about this, but Angry Beavers, guys. Angry Beavers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never watched it, but I know all about it.
Rocko's. I'd probably have to say Rocko's Modern Life. That would probably be my favorite from the '90s. But again,
it still holds. That one's still. All Real Monsters is great too.
Oh yeah, Real Monsters.
So for Rugrats, were y'all too? I remember, I vividly remember, being so hyped, for the whole week and like staying up to watch All Grown Up, like the premiere of All Grown Up.
Dude,
I was
All
like,
Grown
it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
But I love Rugrats.
Rugrats is great. All Grown Up wasn't bad too. I liked it.
Pretty good.
No, it's good. Yeah, for sure.
Tommy
Pickles, man.
Dude, when my sister was born, my mom used to tell me that I used to call her Dill because I wanted a brother named Dill, but I got a fucking sister. So
let me ask this real quick. Okay, Rugrats. Which one do you like? Rugrats in Paris more or the Rugrats movie more?
Dude, that's tough. I like Paris more though because that emotional arc of Chucky's mom and stuff.
Yeah.
But and the animation in those two movies are really good. I don't think enough people talk about those two films.
Dude, the Nickelodeon movies used to be amazing. Like Jimmy Neutron, Wild Thornberrys movies, they were so good.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say the Wild Thornberrys movie is excellent. And actually, that's a '90s one, right? Or is that early 2000s?
Wild Thornberrys is '90s too.
Did y'all have the scratch and sniff cards?
Yes.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Bring these shows back, man. And you know what's funny? Netflix has been doing this Invader Zim, Rocco's. Why don't they just buy the whole Nickelodeon thing and just throw it on there? They got Disney Plus. Disney has all their stuff. Nickelodeon has nowhere that you can stream a majority of their content.
Well, Prime, I think you can stream some of it on Prime, if I'm not
mistaken.
Can you?
Okay.
You can stream the entirety of SpongeBob on Prime.
Really?
That's how I watch it. Yeah.
But Rugrats, I want to watch Rugrats, but
Fairly Odd Parents.
That's a good one, dude.
That's not '90s though. That's
is it not?
No, it's early 2000s. I remember when that show first came out. Me too. Massive, yeah.
Oh, Hulu has all the Rugrat episodes.
Oh, okay.
I know what I'm doing today.
Danny Phantom.
Yeah.
And Amazon Prime does.
Danny Phantom. Danny Phantom was great.
Yeah.
What's cool content? Chalk Zone.
Danny Phantom.
Chalk
Zone is still great. I just watched that with my little nephew, and it was great, man.
Yeah,
that's a great show.
It was funny. I was trying to. So my little nephew, he loves SpongeBob. Like that's his favorite thing in the world now. But he'd never seen the original movie. So like I'm trying to show him like Toy Story, Star Wars, all this, just not taking it. So I'm like, fuck it, we're just gonna put on the SpongeBob movie. Yeah. He was glued to this, and the only song he kept singing was the Goofy Goober song.
Of course, it's so good. It's so good. Devil Wish asking, favorite bands: Rolling Stones, Skillet, Green Day are good. Yeah, I like Green Day. I like older Green Day more than I like their current stuff. Yeah, I've never been a Stones fan, if I'm being honest, and I hate Skillet. So I
love the Stones. Stones, Foo Fighters, Nirvana, The Who. When it comes to Linkin Park, we all had our emo phase. 3 Days Grace, man, is
Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah.
Breaking Benjamin.
I feel like I'm missing one.
I'm blanking like on everything. I can usually answer this when I'm blank.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking like today, like the bands that I listen to today, mine is 100% the 1975. It's my favorite.
1975.
Yeah, they're really good. Yeah. Greta Van Fleet. Yeah. I guess they're really good.
You're a big fan of Led Zeppelin Light.
Yeah, Led Zeppelin Light. Yeah. They're
good one.
I like Aerosmith. I like them. I just want to see them live. They're really good.
I've never been a big fan of them. Gosh, I don't know. Now I'm drawing a blank. Well, I'm a big Foo Fighters fan for sure. I like a lot of
Foo
pop.
Fighters.
I like a lot of pop punk. So Neck Deep, Story So Far, State Champs, probably bands that you've never heard of.
Ghost Bear. Is it Ghost Bear? Is it Bear Ghost? What are they?
I don't know.
I really like.
What is this?
I gotta, dude. No, they do covers. So it's Bear Ghost, dude. They did a cover of I Want to Be Like You from Jungle Book. Fucking phenomenal. It's so good. That's how I got introduced to them, because my friend went to one of their concerts. And she sent me a Snapchat footage of them going, do you guys want us to play our hits, or do you guys want us to play Disney hits? So everyone said Disney, so they started playing You Got a Friend in Me.
That's so funny.
The Jungle Book, like literally for the last hour of their concert, all they played was Disney songs. But it's like you have to like really look. Like I know the I Want to Be Like You can find pretty easy, but the other ones are like really tough.
Don't y'all miss, like, I really, really, really miss movies in like the 2000s would do this. They would come out with like just movie like soundtracks, like the Spider-Man 2 soundtrack. Like not every single song was in the movie.
Nickelback to that. What, the first Spider-Man trailer?
I think wasn't it?
The first Spider-Man movie, had the Nickelback song in it, I think.
Yeah. I don't hate Nickelback. I've never understood why people hate Nickelback.
Zach,
I don't hate them.
Need to stop.
I don't hate some of their songs. Didn't they do like something like Animals?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
I like that song.
Their first 2 albums, I don't mind. Everything just sounds the same though. After that,
listen, like the thing with Nickelback, they're such a time capsule, and I think it's part of like what you were saying. Like it's the same thing over and over again, and they just come across as a bunch of tryhards. Yeah. You know, they're like, oh, we're so cool. Look at us. We're gonna make a song about being a rock star. I fucking hate that song.
The same. I don't like that one. I mean, their best song's probably Photograph. To be honest,
I don't know, man.
I can't take it seriously because of the meme.
I know.
It's like it's like, oh god.
Isn't it funny how that's like memed out now though? Like most people.
I know, dude. I know.
It's just bad. Okay, getting away from Nickelback and onto some more questions. Tyler Van asking, have you had any paranormal experiences before? I have not. I
yes.
have not. You have? Let's hear it.
I'd like. It's a really long story. I'll make it short. But I had like back when I was a freshman in college at my old house in Louisiana, I had like really bad sleep paralysis one night, and I'm kind of the guy who doubts like all the paranormal stuff. Like, yeah, whatever. And it's just a really weird experience. And like after that night, my dog would never come in my room, and it was just we had a mover. Like he was moving the stuff out of my room to our new house in Oklahoma, and he came in and was moving stuff, and he stopped. He was like, "Has there been any activity in this room before?" And he pulled out his arm and he had goosebumps on his arm. He's like, I can sense spirits and I sense something in here. I was like,
that's so funny.
Oh shoot.
So weird.
But it's probably BS.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably just like a crazy moving guy. I don't know.
Zach, I've had a couple. Because I had I mean me and my friends used to love to not fuck with it, but like
I'll say Ouija board.
I'm not getting into that one.
Oh my god!
No, you never do the Ouija board. Never.
I've never like, but I've been in a house where people and
I would leave. I would run
Dude,
out.
Well, I did. I did leave. Like this, they pulled it out. I said, "Fuck that," and I walked out. I literally said, "Fuck that," because we went to so there's this place in Arizona. It's actually torn down now. Whatever house gets built on that place will be fucking haunted forever.
Yeah.
This house we snuck into, and it had, I don't know what actually happened there. There's so many things that like this guy owned like illegal animals and stuff like that, and that like a bunch of people died. It's really creepy, but like all I remember vividly is walking into that house and he hung himself upstairs, and you can like you hear like the rope. Like it's so creepy.
That's so freaky.
But so the going into like kind of so like one of my friends in high school, her mom did tarot card readings for free, like for all of our friends, but she used to do it. So like she's had like voodoo dolls, like stuff like that. She was showing us all this weird shit, but she did my tarot card reading, and she goes, "You have many spirits around you," and the cards she pulled were all the death cards.
Oh my god!
And but she said the way that they were faced means that they're spirits that protect you. And it was really weird. It was really weird. But I was like, whatever. Dude, the next day I got in a car accident. Not a single damage to my car. Not a single damage to my car. Like we didn't have to even swap insurance. Like both of us were fine. It was very weird. Crazy. But obviously that doesn't happen now because I just got rear-ended. And
right. The spirits left you now.
Pretty much, yeah. They saw that they saw that I'm not the Pope. Like they saw that I'm not the Pope.
They were like, he likes Prometheus more than aliens.
Yeah.
We gotta get out of here. We gotta get away from this guy.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
But yeah. There's some weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
I could make a whole podcast on that stuff. Like, I remember me and my friend went to like buy jewelry for his girlfriend once, and this guy were like, "Oh, what are you doing after work?" He goes, "Oh, my mom's on that ghost hunting show."
What the heck?
And so he showed us his mom was legit on one of the ghost hunting shows, and they were going up
That's
to
wild.
some place up north in Arizona to go to this abandoned school.
Yeah.
And it was really creepy. Like he was showing us like pictures and stuff. I'm like, I don't know if you're just fucking weird or what. Man.
Yeah.
But so
yeah, for sure.
So
all right, a couple more super chats in here. Yeah, great question. That's really funny. I always like hearing other people's experiences with that. But Zach Marsh here saying thoughts on HDR. I think it ruins contrast on TV.
Can I take this one, please?
Yeah,
it's all you, man.
Please.
Very passionate.
Okay, so oh my gosh. So I just moved like. Oh my gosh. Okay, I moved recently apartments, and I saved the money for this like big 70-inch TV Vizio. I was so excited, and I brought it here and I flipped it on, and it has that HDR, but it also had that soap opera effect. Terrible. I returned it, so I had to get that. It was a maddening process.
You can get rid of it though.
No, this TV you could not. It's one of the only TVs you could not. I did so much research, and they were like, "This TV's good, but." You can't get rid of the HDR or the soap opera. So I returned it immediately.
Why would they sell it like that?
I don't know.
I don't hate the soap opera effect, like for TV wise. Like I don't hate it when I'm watching TV. Movies wise, it's just
I just can't stand
it. It hurts my head. Don't ever try to play a video game with it on either.
Oh my god.
So with The Last of Us, I wanted to see what it looked like. Dude, I got a fucking headache within the first like 5 minutes of it. It was so terrible. But HDR, I gotta be honest. Without the soap opera effect, HDR is not bad. Depending on how you tinker it on the settings. I will say The Last of Us 2's HDR. I don't know if it's just like my TV. I don't think it looks that great, so I actually turned it off. I thought the game looked better without it on.
Yeah, I think I gotta agree with Zach here, saying because I do agree. I think it does ruin the contrast a little bit. I'm sure you can tweak it and whatnot, but like I don't know. For my money, I'd rather just use give me a 4K TV that I'm able to use like Dolby Vision, like make it the true black, all that stuff like that. That to me, that's perfect. I don't need HD or whatever.
Yeah, or the Judder stuff. Like it's not. Yeah.
No,
it's different. It's not.
Yeah, for sure. Got another 3C is in here, dude.
3C
thanks for joining. Really appreciate
What's
it.
Up? You just went to the movie theater.
Look at that profile picture.
I look at that.
Very handsome.
It's
he's amazing.
He's truly one of a kind. Dream movie collectible or replica to own. Keep up the great work, all three of you. Thank you, man. Really appreciate it, and appreciate the super chat. Yeah, that's a good question. I think for me. Yeah, damn it, I lost it. All right, someone else go, Tyler.
So I'll say one. It's kind of weird. Griffin, remember that store I took you to when you were out here, that collector's marketplace?
Yeah, yeah.
So the last time I was there, they had two gremlin puppets from the actual film that you could buy there. And they had the Watto puppet from Phantom Menace. They had one of the ones they used,
Watto?
yeah, that they used on the set. It was like $3,000. But it was really cool. I don't know if it was actually from like it said it was, but it looked real, like what they put on the thing. So, but yeah,
dang,
I would
kind of be up there.
So collectible, like one that I could actually one that's actually I could buy. I want that Furby from the A24 shop, but it's so expensive from Uncut Gems. But if I could have any like movie prop or item, the actual gem from Uncut Gems, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. If I had that,
that's the one you go.
I would go
Tyler,
with that.
Any girl you ever have over, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna come.
Yeah.
That's the gem is just like, holy, I can't believe. Okay, real talk here. We all love Uncut Gems. We love that movie.
Yeah.
But like that when that scene happened in the film, did it kind of just like take you out a little bit?
The first time it did, but now I love it. I love it now, but the first time I was like, what?
Did you guys see the thing when it was going around a lot? It was like, holy shit, did his eyes shrink? Like,
yeah. Oh god,
that's such a weird, just like scene.
Remember the meme too? They put Goofy's voice over Adam Sandler.
Griffin still has it saved. Griffin still has it saved.
I have it saved somewhere. I gotta look through my
best.
tweets and find it. But that was, it's so good. What a weird, just like.
His pupils shrink. Like it's just like.
I want to know.
Is that what he tells his wife?
And when it happens, his eyes shrink. I just want to know whose decision that was. Was that a Sandler decision? Was that a Safdie decision?
Was it both?
Did it actually happen?
I feel like that was like the one moment in that. Did it actually happen?
We got to see the script, because if it's in the script, you know it wasn't improvised.
Yeah,
but like that's my thing.
I bet it was in the script.
I don't know. Man.
I kind of feel like it was improvised, and they told him to just do whatever you would say.
Yeah,
true. Because that's the one moment in the film where it feels like, oh, this is classic Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Like, this is.
It still frustrates me he wasn't nominated for that film.
Oh, dude,
that should have been the clip they showed too.
That'd be funny.
Oh man. Okay, a couple more questions here. So Zeke Gonzalez saying, first movie you saw with your significant other. I saw Fifth Wave with my girlfriend for Valentine's Day in 2016. I think for me it was I took my girlfriend to go see a press screening of Dr. Sleep. So I think that was the
nice.
first one, and we both loved it. That's such a good movie. So.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a funny picture of Zach. The baby Yoda's just like staring you down, dude. It's just kind of funny. Sorry.
I love it. I love
it so
baby
much.
Yoda, man.
I always bring up this story. A movie I took one of my girlfriends to back in the day was the Evil Dead remake. And that was fun.
That was awesome.
Because it's a sick movie. It's sick.
Yeah.
For me, so before we were actually dating, like we were just friends, we went and saw Shazam. So I would just count that. That would be it. And she loves that film. Like we associate each other with that film. And she calls me Captain fucking Sparkle Fingers like all the time.
Captain Sparkle Fingers.
Fucking pisses me off. But probably that one. And then like, I'm trying to think, because I think that was like the first one that like, we were like, oh, maybe we'll actually start dating later on.
Yeah.
So, but that seems to be kind of like one of them up there. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Great one here from Gagne Super Chat. Thank you so much, man. Really, really appreciate that. Saying awards contest, characters, dialogue, storyline, score. Assuming you can only give one award to each movie below, which movie gets what? So we got The Dark Crystal, Willow, Princess Bride, Never Ending Story.
That's tough. That's a good question.
That's a really great and creative question.
I think I can do this one pretty easily, to be honest. Sure. So Princess Bride dialogue, 100% the dialogue.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Never Ending Story, I would probably do the storyline. Yeah, probably the storyline for that one. Dark Crystal, I would do the characters. and score, I would do Willow. Actually, switch that. Score for Neverending Story, storyline for Willow. Just because I thought I read in there, Labyrinth was in there, and I was gonna give score to Labyrinth.
Man, if Labyrinth was in, man.
But yeah, so that would be mine.
It's hard. I mean, I've seen all 4, but it's been I've seen The Princess Bride. Like, I obviously remember that one, but it's been such a long time since
I've seen my first Criterion.
3. Oh, really?
Was that in Fantastic Mr. Fox?
Oh, that's awesome.
Those are good Criterions. Yeah.
Man, that's hard. I love Willow, but I haven't seen it in like years.
I know.
Crap. I'd probably go. I mean, like, dude, The Princess Bride has good characters and good dialogue.
Yeah.
And a good storyline.
I know The Princess Bride really should sweep the whole board here, but like, if we can only pair one with one, I think I gotta go with Zach. Like, just the dialogue in Princess Bride is just more
so
iconic.
Good.
It's so quotable, and then I don't know where to put score.
They're all good scores.
I want to lean toward Never-Ending Story for score. Probably storyline.
Can I be honest? I'm surprised Never-Ending Story hasn't been remade yet. I think that's one of the movies that I actually think that would improve from a remake. I think that movie doesn't hold up as well. I like it, but I don't think it holds up as well.
I think it would improve, but it's also just too weird of a thing.
Can
like,
I say,
I've never really.
You know what? I would love to see
like
Never-Ending Story remade into an animation, but from Laika.
That could probably work, honestly.
That'd be good.
Yeah, Never-Ending Story probably would work better in animation. I don't know. Maybe it's just the story that I'm really not a big fan of, but and I really hate
giant flying dog.
Yeah, it's just weird, and I hate the theme song for it. I think it's really annoying. So
I loved
definitely
it in Stranger Things 3 when they sang it. That was fucking great.
Yeah, so maybe that's why I wouldn't go score with that one. I don't know. I Dark Crystal characters, Willow for
score storyline.
Well, dialogue's going to Princess Bride, characters going to Dark Crystal, storyline. I guess a Never-Ending Story, and then score to Willow. Now, I don't know. Storyline to Willow, score to anyone other than Never-Ending Story. I don't know. That's tough. That's a really tough question. But
So let's just say Over the Hedge gets the score.
Over the Hedge?
Okay.
That
like the DreamWorks movie Over the Hedge?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what just happened.
It's a great movie.
The Never-Ending Story ends after 95 minutes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That is funny. Okay, we're gonna take a few more questions here, then we're gonna start wrapping them up. So make them good ones, guys. We want.
If they're not good, we won't answer them.
If they're not good, we won't answer them. So there you go. Zach will.
We only answer super chats. So no.
Well, there's a lot of super chats today, so it's hard. Well, I mean, that's the truth. Like, it's hard.
Yeah. I know, yeah. So if we missed your question earlier, sorry, it's because we've been going through a lot of super chats. So
to be honest, I haven't even looked at the live chat. I'm worried someone's going to spoil The Last of Us. I'm not trying to get spoiled for the rest of the game. I've gone past everything I knew about the game. Now I don't know anything else.
Okay, yeah. There were a few people in here earlier that were asking you your thoughts on the game, so you can give your quick thoughts if you want.
Right now it's 10 out of 10. If this is my favorite movie of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally I'm really contemplating. Like, the second I'm done with this game, I'm gonna restart it. Like, it's that fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, the first game is my favorite game of all time. I'm still hesitant to say that this surpasses the first one because it's so different. It is really dark. It's really fucking grisly. The kills are like the animation, the graphics at times look real. Like, it literally looks like I'm looking at a human. Yeah. But like just the subtle details, like when you're choking out someone, the struggling that you have to put into it, when you move the camera to their face, like the facial animations of them killing someone is so like, it's just those tiny things that add so much. But literally the story, like even knowing the spoilers, I have still been so invested, still cried. I probably teared up 3 times. And the thing is, even though it's really dark, it still has those subtle moments. Yeah. I will say, though, there's one sequence that was in a trailer that I don't know why was not in the game yet. Maybe it's in later on because it seems like it's going to be like more of a flashback. But there's one sequence that I'm surprised is not in the game, the actual game, because it's kind of a big part. But yeah, I love the fucking game so far. Like, there's not one con to this game, like story wise, and I saw it was getting reviewed bombed on Metacritic.
Oh, well,
and just like Yeah,
So
I was.
dumb.
Please ignore
So
those.
dumb.
Please ignore those. Like literally, the people who are doing those haven't played the game. And I will say this: like even knowing the spoilers, I was kind of iffy on it too. But it's the execution that's so well on it that like that's why like it's not like a Last Jedi situation where like I didn't love all the choices they did in Last Jedi. I can appreciate some. I love the choices they did in here. I was skeptical going in, but I love them, and I think it works wonders for the story. If the game starts playing out in the way that I think it's going to be, I think it makes for a very interesting ending that will be dissected for years to come.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely got to pick it up, but I kind of want to either play through the first one again or just like watch the cutscenes or something. I don't know.
I'll say this. If you can play through the first one, because there's like subtle details that do tie into this, that tie into Ellie's character a lot, especially of like the stuff that she picks up from Joel. Yeah. And I think it adds to the game a little bit. Because I literally beat the first one maybe 2 days before this one came out, and then I went straight into the second one. So it definitely helps to beat the first one, but you don't have to if you haven't played it in a while. But if you've never beaten it, you should.
Okay. Yeah, I might go back and play it. I got time, so why not? Okay, so a lot of great questions in here we're going to get to. So Tony Movie Chappie, D9, Neil Blomkamp, #1 fan, asking, Griffin, Tyler, and Zach, what is a movie that you loved as a kid but hate now? Mine is Space Chimps.
God.
Space Chimps is not good.
I never saw that, and I never wanted to.
It was, yeesh. But that's an interesting question, because I think there are a few films that like I've gone back that I've revisited that I loved as a kid, but I was just like, oh wow, that's awful. Actually, most recently,
I can't think of what it was though.
Well, Tyler, you and I went back and we watched Catch That Kid, and that movie's awful.
What is that movie? I don't think I've ever seen
it.
With
Kristen Stewart.
Oh,
it's cheesy, but I still kind of like it.
Honestly,
it's bad.
I used to love Spy Kids 3. I think it's fucking god awful now.
It's really bad.
Good.
The first two are good. The first two aren't bad. I can still watch the first two.
I love the first two, but three is really bad, dude.
It's now the CGI is awful. And then Shark Boy and Lava Girl I was trying to watch a couple days ago just because there was nothing else to watch. It was just on TV. It was just on TV, and I'm like, oh, let's see. The George Lopez. I love the memes of when like a storm's happening and someone always photoshops him outside.
Yeah.
But Spy Kids 3 definitely, and then Spy Kids 4 was. Did anyone ever see that?
I saw it. I don't remember.
You could smell it in theaters.
I didn't see
it.
They
have
the
sniff cards. Remember?
God. Yeah. Jessica Alba.
What's your favorite Spy Kids film though? Mine's probably 2.
One. I love 1.
2 is probably my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah. Another one that comes to mind is it's not a movie that I hate, but it's a movie that definitely it was not as good on rewatch, and it's the first Narnia film, because I really liked those movies as a kid.
Love that movie, dude.
Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe just is not.
It's boring. It's boring now.
It's boring, and it feels like a wannabe fantasy film. Like though I have such a weird issue with those films where it's just like I never felt.
I never saw the other two. Well, Prince Caspian, I got halfway through, and
Prince Caspian is really good, and it's the closest they get to striking like proper fantasy. But like I don't know, the first movie just feels very weird and melodramatic, and just like
I think it's more for kids. I straight up think the first film is legit Lord of the Rings for kids. Like,
and I think that's the problem with it is like Narnia was never anything like Lord of the Rings, and they couldn't figure out what it was supposed to be, and so it's like it feels like a fairy tale, and then it feels like fantasy, and then it's just like this a pretty graphic death scene for a lion, and yeah, I don't know, it's a weird movie, but I know Tyler, you love those movies, right?
I think they're awesome. Yeah, especially The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Even more so than Prince Caspian.
No, I love both. Voyage of the Dawn Treader, like I like that movie, but it's my least favorite.
Yeah, it's not good.
See, I never watched it.
I love Prince Caspian too. I think that movie is awesome.
Prince Caspian is really good. Ben Barnes is excellent in that.
Yeah,
Ben Barnes is fantastic in everything.
Yeah. Dennis says, spoiler for The Last of Us: Mario kills Bowser in the end. There you go.
I saw kills, and I was so I literally saw the killed part, and I'm like, I'm gonna. So what was it when me and Rem were doing our live chat yesterday? I'm like, I'm not even looking at the live chat. I'm not gonna look at it. And Ren reads one, and it was like, oh, spoilers! Iron Man dies at the end of Last of Us, and I'm like, Seriously, guys?
Zach's expression was just like, you gotta be kidding me.
I was like, fuck you. I'm not doing this shit.
Dennis S. favorite 2016 movie. Arrival for me with La La Land is a close second. La La Land is my favorite of 2016.
Literally, the Arrival for me, though. I love Arrival. Okay. But La La Land's like literally right next to it.
Arrival's really good. What did I have after La La Land that came out in 2016?
Oh, dude, for me, Manchester by the Sea is probably my second. I love that movie so much.
I've never seen that movie again.
Nocturnal
by the way,
Animals.
guys, I forgot to tell you. Guess who's in The Last of Us?
Oh,
Who?
Mark Hamill, right?
Oh, is he? Oh, I don't know. Jeffrey Wright.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Cool.
that.
Jeffrey Wright, man.
Didn't know that.
There he is.
Was The Nice Guys 2016? I think it was.
Oh,
2016 was a great year.
Yeah, it was that year because I saw that one really, really early.
Yeah, I had like a 2016. I'm pulling up on my letterbox, like ranked, and that was like a really, that was a really strong year. Like there's like 10 Cloverfield Lane, dude. Like Hacksaw Ridge, Hell or High Water, Don't Breathe. It was a great year.
Did I have Silence at number 2 for 2016?
Oh, that was a great one too.
Oh,
yeah. Hacksaw Ridge. 2016. Yeah, I agree. That was
year. Yeah, that was a really good year.
That was probably like top 3 of the last decade.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree.
Also Sing Street. Sing Street was really good that year too. Jordan Morgan asking, will Chazelle and Hurwitz go down as one of the best duos of all time in film? It depends on where their careers go, you know. Right now, they're making a strong case for it between First Man and La La Land, and even Guy and Madeline has a really good score.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I want to see what they continue to do.
I think they're one of them. I also think Jordan Peele's one right now.
Michael Abels?
Yeah, I think he's after Us. 100%. I think that's
them. I agree. And then Jenkins and Bertel.
Is that's great.
They're great.
Yeah. Beale Street, man, the score for
Beale Street.
Yeah.
Did it win that year? Beale Street won, right?
For score?
No, it didn't. Black Panther beat it.
That was a good score too, though. So
it was.
Ludwig is,
Ludwig's really good. Okay, going back into the chat, trying to find a few last ones. Thank you guys for sending in such great questions today. It's really been fun. Devil Wish, if you guys could rewrite one movie, which one would you rewrite?
Okay, I like this movie, but I would rewrite Rise of Skywalker.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's you can start digging ditches with like the holes in that film, or I don't know. There's like someone took a shovel.
I didn't hate it. I liked it, but I didn't even want to bring it up. But
awful.
I would rewrite The Last Jedi.
How dare you? Well,
come on, Last
but
Jedi.
Also fair. Also fair.
The Force Awakens is the best one. It's the
Force
best
Awakens
one.
is fucking great.
Out of the 3.
It's my number 2.
My number 1.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, okay. Outside of that, is there a movie that you would rewrite? Because
I can't think. I mean, like,
you know what?
It's harder. Yeah.
The Mummy with Tom Cruise. I would tinker it a bit.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I think that whole dark universe, people give it shit. I think it had a lot of cool potential.
Oh, it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think I would have rewritten it and made him Van Helsing.
Made Tom Cruise Van Helsing?
Yep. I would have made him Van Helsing or like a descendant of him.
Yeah.
What about Hugh Jackman as Van Helsing? That would be good.
I love that fucking movie.
That movie's awesome.
Yeah,
the movie's so good.
So
I would not rewrite that movie.
No, I'd give it an Oscar.
Yeah.
Best makeup and CGI.
Yeah.
The big.
God.
I just remember him hunting that huge, is like a gargoyle or a werewolf or something at the beginning of the movie. Movie's nuts.
Do you guys remember the? I don't know why this made me think of that, but do you guys remember the Wolfman with Benicio del Toro?
I like that movie.
I haven't seen it since it came out, but I remember liking it. It was just creepy.
I don't hate it, but yeah, I mean, it was.
You know what? Two movies came out around the same time, and I really liked too: Legion and Daybreakers.
Yeah, Daybreakers is awesome. Legion, I can't really. I remember. Is it the one with the old lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Legion. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it.
You know, they had a show for that on Sci-Fi for like 3 seasons that followed up after the movie.
Yeah.
I never knew about that till I think a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Your guys' thoughts on the first Ice Age film from Kieran Langer?
It's cute.
I love it.
I'm surprised they haven't made a scrap movie. I'm shocked they have not made.
Well, I think because they know that they can't. It wouldn't be good.
Well, I mean, they did with the Minions. Like, I feel like that's something they totally would try, like, today, like back then.
Can't talk.
Yeah. Well, neither can the Minions, really.
But the Minions are like gibberish. Like, you can kind of get what they're saying.
Yeah.
Scrat's just dumb. He's just a dumbass.
Yeah.
Marcus Bisma, Andrew Garfield, Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. After rewatch, I found it horrible. Completely disagree. So that's just my thoughts on that one.
That's the only reason you picked it, just to say that you disagree.
Yeah. No, I was just going down the line, but I can understand people not digging the first one, because I think the first one just kind of feels a little weird upon
I still
rewatch.
like the first one more.
Dude, Amazing Spider-Man 2 is just fucking awesome. It's great. I still need to finish that video, and I know
Tyler's taking a giant deep breath right now.
I can't. I don't want to talk about Spider-Man today.
Yeah, we're gonna move away from Spider-Man. Let's see. Trying to go through here. Okay, here's a good one. Jordan Morgan, will Tyler get his YouTube channel going again?
No.
We've tried. We've all tried to convince him.
Have fun on the live streams.
Yeah. He comes on the live streams. Listen, we like him here.
Let's be lucky with that. Let's be lucky that he does that.
Honestly,
I like the live streams.
Well, then just live stream on your channel, damn it.
Yeah, just do a live stream every day.
You should just live stream yourself playing Fortnite, but not say anything.
That's just my back in the TV. That's it.
Oh gosh.
Hey, which by the way, Fortnite season 3.
Let's get that Aquaman skin.
Thumbs up.
God. I can't. I don't even bother with Fortnite.
I did it for Deadpool. I did the last. How fast did it take me? What, you got off for an hour, and then like he comes back and I have the Deadpool suit already.
Yeah, the Deadpool suit. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh man.
The Star Wars skins are dope.
Yeah.
All right, Zeke saying, in popular opinion, Garfield is my favorite Spider-Man. Yeah, he's my favorite Spider-Man too, and that's the last thing we'll say about Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm not even giving an unpopular opinion on that.
All right, we're gonna start wrapping things up, guys. So send in your last-minute questions. Make them really good. We want to close out on a good note. Dennis-esque with a good one here. Favorite actor and actress on screen love chemistry.
I mean, Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah,
I was gonna say
really good.
Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield.
Well, they're good too.
Yeah,
really
and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I like. Of course, I like this one. But Miles Teller and Shailene Woodley have good chemistry.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Spectacular Now.
Adam Sandler and what's
Jennifer Aniston, dude. Andrew Barrymore.
Jennifer
I think
Aniston.
both.
Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper. Cooper and Lady Gaga. Jessica Rabbit and Roger Rabbit.
I don't know. I agree with you. It's kind of hard because with Garfield and Emma Stone, it was just like, granted they were together, but it's just like you wanted them to still be together, like even though they're not anymore. But she's also great with Gosling. I don't know. I just feel like Emma Stone is just really good at having chemistry with her co-leads, whoever they are.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh, it hasn't come out yet, but Sylvie's Love at Sundance with Tessa Thompson. I don't know the main guy's name. Their chemistry was like the best part about that film. Like straight up, they were great. Beale Street too, great chemistry in there.
Right. I was speaking of Tessa Thompson, her and Michael B. Jordan in Creed. Really good. Really, really good.
Yeah.
Oh, and then if you want to go older, I mean, like Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. I think that's just like an iconic.
That's
pairing.
the classic.
Like, yeah, it's a classic. Like those are great.
DiCaprio and Winslet.
DiCaprio and Winslet. Yeah. For
Titanic Revolutionary Road.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire and His Money.
And His Money. Yeah, because he certainly didn't have chemistry with Kirsten Dunst. So.
Not at all. That was fucking. I'm sorry, Tyler.
It's one of the worst parts of the movie.
It's literally like I've always thought Mary Jane Watson was like terrible in those films.
Yeah, she was not the best. All right, guys, come on, send in. We'll take two more. Let's get a really, really good one in here. I want your best questions. I want you in top form. Best questions. But while you're doing that, Kieran Langer saying, "Have you guys seen the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?"
Love that fucking movie.
Awesome.
It's so bad.
It's a movie though. I love the movie. I love that movie. But I totally agree. That needs a remake. That movie needs a remake.
It does, yeah.
Me and Ren were just talking about this because we had to pitch a remake. I said James Gunn to remake that film would be really freaking cool. Or Ava DuVernay, depending on how she does with New Gods. I'd be interested in that.
I want someone with a horror background to do it. So
James Wan.
That I was literally about to say that's like right up James Wan's alley. Like it's comic book, it's like spectacle, action, and it's like horror. So like yeah, give it to James Wan, man. I want to see that for sure. Okay, let's see. I'm done with you. I'm not even answering that. Okay, Zach saying best year for movies of all time. That's really tough.
I can't think off the top of my head.
There are decades.
I gotta go. That is hard.
I'll say I don't know.
It's either 2010, 1999, or 1994 for me. Those are like to me the three.
95 is really good too.
Yeah, it's all right. Like 94, like it's just like Shawshank, Pulp Fiction. What was it? Gump won Best Picture that year. 99 though was really strong. American Beauty, Sixth Sense. Yeah. I don't know, man. But
I'd probably go 2010. It's just like that.
I'm like looking them up. 2010 might be it too.
I mean, 2010 is unreal. Like that year. 2015 was a good one too. I wouldn't say it's the best. Like I enjoyed 2014. And
I love how when I look up 2010 films, it comes up with Last Airbender, Grown Ups.
So they wanted to start
Percy
with the worst
Jackson,
first.
Alice in Wonderland, The Tourist. These are literally the first films that are popping up. Jonah Hex. I don't know if that's my favorite now.
2019 was also a really good year.
The Town was that year though.
It's probably 2010.
Yeah. I gotta go 2010 for sure. Let's see. All right, one more, guys. Come on. We're not gonna close this out until we get a good one. We want a good one. Well, okay.
This is KFC or McDonald's?
Yeah,
I was about to say. Yeah.
All right, double wish. KFC or McDonald's? Neither. Pass.
Neither.
I'd rather starve.
McDonald's.
I don't. McDonald's breakfast,
you.
I guess, but like if I had to choose.
Dude, the
did you see that KFC?
Oh my
Did you see that KFC donut, the breakfast donut?
Yeah, that's like that's a heart attack on a stick.
I was tempted. Like, do I try it and die? Just because it looks interesting.
That's just like instant diarrhea in the pants, dude.
Hey, you know what story we should talk about real fast though?
Oh
before
yes.
you end it.
Should we close this out on this story?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
Tyler,
before we do that, before we close it out on this story, Zach saying best Kurosawa movie.
I've only seen one.
7.
Was it
right?
Yeah, I mean,
I haven't seen Seven Samurai, but I'm just gonna say Seven Samurai.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I don't know.
That's the one that's most memorable.
Listen, it's probably.
I've only seen like 3 of his films, but.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably the most cliche and like the populist and the internet vote, but yeah, I think Seven Samurai is mine personally. Okay, all right, let's close out on this story.
Right.
Let's hear it.
So me and Tyler have a story. It's back from since almost a year ago. We went to Disney World all together, and when you go to a Disneyland or Disney World hotel, there's you can get wake up calls.
Oh. Thank you for bringing up the story. This is so good. This is so good.
This is literally the best part of the trip. Not the fucking rides out the movie.
No, not the rides out the movie. Not seeing Toy Story 3 like 2 months early. No, or Toy Story 4 2 months early. No.
Yeah.
It was literally this. So I told Tyler about this. I'm like, so you can get a wake up call for a Disney character to call you. So like before this going on, me and Tyler already had this plan throughout the day, and we're talking to Griffin. We're like, who's your like least favorite Disney character? And he says Goofy. So it's
it's like a severe like he knew the answer immediately. It was just like
no
I hate that prick, Goofy. He's just like a severe hatred. We're like, okay,
yeah.
that's what we needed.
So what is it like? You guys went to the gym or something, right? And Tyler comes back and he wakes me up. He goes, "Yo, it's like what 1 a.m. at this point."
It's really late.
And Tyler's like, "He's in the shower. Let's make the call right now." So Tyler makes a call. They're like, "Hey, can you wake us up for 4 a.m.?
Yeah.
But we want Goofy to wake up our kid or some shit like that." And they're like, "Yeah, of course, Goofy will wake you up at 4 a.m." So me and Tyler are like prep. Like the second the phone rings,
we can't even sleep. We're just like
the
so
second
excited.
the second the phone rings, we're just trying not to. And so like I'm trying to lean over to hit the speaker button because Griffin's just like not having it, and I accidentally hit the end button. So we're like, fuck it. 5 minutes later, it calls back. and Griffin, you pick up, and what happens?
This fucking Goofy is on the phone. He's like, "Well, good morning." And I'm just like, "What the fuck? Like, this is not what I wanted."
And
like,
me and Tyler are fucking.
all I remember, I remember hearing him
dumb.
answering the phone. And I hear him go like, "Are you kidding me?"
I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Well, all I hear is "Hello."
Yeah.
Who is this?
Because I'm like half asleep. I'm like, it's like 4 in the morning.
We have to get up at what, like 7 a.m., right?
Yeah,
early.
I have to
Yeah.
get up in like 3 hours, and this fucking ass clown rings at 4 in the morning. Oh my god!
And she's like, "Huh? I'm gonna come. How are you doing
Yeah,
today?"
I know, it's like the Goofy thing. I just, it was bad. It was awful.
It was perfect. It was fucking funny. It was fucking
like
funny.
completely ruined the movie.
And then
for whole day.
the trip took a turn for the worse. Flights were delayed, and
Oh god,
that was really bad.
that was
Yeah.
karma. That was literally my karma for that
And then
idea.
Zach had a fight. He picked a fight with United.
Fuck him. Fuck them.
Yeah, if you're gonna fly, never fly with
American.
Just don't fly.
never
Don't fly.
with American or United. They're the worst. Anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this live stream, and it was a long stream at that. Thank you so much for everyone who sent in super chats, who sent in questions. We really appreciate it. This one was really fun, and it was one of the better ones I've had. We've had done. So, anyways, thank you to my two panelists for joining me, Zach and Tyler. Zach, where can everyone find you?
You guys can find me on YouTube or pretty much anywhere. Just type in Zach Pope, and you'll find me over there.
Yep. And Tyler, where can everyone find you?
Yeah, Twitter and Letterboxd. Search for my name, Tyler Tompkins.
Twitter and Letterboxd. There you go,
And in
guys.
Capone.
And in
Capone. Yep.
Dude,
Yeah,
did you
Tyler.
see yourself? Did you
No.
know where you were at? No.
No.
Did your scene get cut? Were you the diaper?
No. Yes.
He was also in The Highwaymen, for real though.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm gonna be in Greyhound.
And he's gonna be in
Oh,
Greyhound,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
you can catch Tyler on.
Can you see
VOD.
yourself in Highwayman?
Just barely. Barely. You have to like know where to look.
Okay.
Yeah. I never saw the movie.
For sure. Nah, it wasn't good.
I didn't
Yeah.
see it.
But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Definitely go give them a follow. And then if you haven't done so already, like this video, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel for more live streams, movie reviews, and all that good stuff. You can like FilmSpeak on Facebook, follow us on Twitter simply by searching FilmSpeak. And lastly, if you like me specifically and you like what I have to say, you can give me a follow on Twitter at Griff Schiller. All right, that's going to do it for this stream, guys, and we'll catch you next week. Take care.
Did you rub my land?
Thousands of generations living here now. Here we go.